which starts from the dollar index. I feel like I said earlier on, no high impact news currently in the market. There's no high impact news currently in the market. We have the CAD, we have the USD, and we have the rest of that. So the only high impact news is coming up by 2:30 p.m. That is the high impact news I want us to trade. So we are still having, before I move on to the technical side, just to say this, we are still having some post-economic effect or post-election effect in the market. We are still having some post-election effect in the market. So these are some effects that could last for the rest of this month and the rest of that. Could last for this month or the rest of that. So we are still having some post-economic effects in the market. So having said this, now let's move over to the technical side of things to see what the market has in store for us technically and take advantage of it. So as usual, we're going to be starting off from the dollar index. We'll be starting off from the dollar index. Now, if you can see my chart, please indicate in the comment section.
Yeah, very well.
Okay. So having said this, let's move over to the technical side of things, like I said. So what is happening on UXDX? I'll start from the 4-hour time frame and firstly from the daily time frame. So what is happening on the daily time frame? There's a lot of momentum coming in right here. You can see lower low, lower high, lower low. And right here, what happened? We simply had a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, of which right here I'm expecting a higher low, of which we're getting a retest already for a higher high to continue towards the top. So I'll be expecting continuation towards the top on this currency. So the Trump coming into power give a lot of strength to the United States dollar, not just United States dollar, other cryptocurrencies as well. It gave a lot of strength to them as well. Now let's watch this very closely. What can we spot right here? We had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Showing us that the market was pulling down in a retracing phase. Now, this retracing phase created for us a bullish flag pattern. A bullish flag pattern was created by this retracing phase the market was in. Take a look at this. This is a bullish flag pattern created from this retracing phase the market was in. That is when this bullish flag pattern was created. The phase was in. So we got this impulsive break above. We're getting a retest of the flag pattern and we get to see a continuation. So dollar index, I'm still seeing a lot of bullish momentum on this. Also to the fact that the structure right here have not changed. A higher high, a higher low. We're expecting continuation to the top on the dollar index. So if we are expecting more buys on the dollar index, automatically we know that we are expecting more sales on the GBP, USD, and the other currencies as well. So let's look at the 1-hour structure. 4-hour structure were bullish. 1 hour we had this lower low, lower high, lower low. We had a break above creating a higher high right now. We tend to see a top. So I am bullish bias on the dollar index. Having said this, I'm going to analyze just 3 pairs: GBP, USD, Euro, USD, USD, CHF, and gold. We'll call it a day. 4 pairs. So Euro USD, you can see the sell momentum coming in already. Why? Because dollar is giving us a lot of bullish momentum. You can see the sell momentum coming in already on Euro USD. We had this right here, we had this right here, we had a higher high, higher low, we had a higher high, I'm expecting a higher low and a continuation to the downside. So you can see a lot of momentum kicking into the downside on Euro USD, showing us that we tend to see more buyers in this market. We tend to see this market pull down than pull upwards. That is what we tend to see from this market. Next to this, let's look at the 4 hours. So 4 hours, you can see we are strongly bearish. I stated this yesterday during the analysis. I said we're going to experience, when Euro USD was still right here, I told us we're going to experience a buy to the top to fill up this imbalance right here, to fill up orders right here before markets push to the downside. And take a look at that. It's happening just exactly as analyzed. Just exactly as analyzed. And we're going to be expecting the push towards the downside shortly. Now let's move on to the GBP USD currency and see what's happening on GBP USD. And GBP USD as well, I spoke of the fact that we have to also fill in orders. We have to fill in orders. And what did you spot? Higher high, higher low, higher high. Lower low, what is this? A lower high coming to retest a key structure area here of resistance. Let me draw this out for us so that we get to see this clearly. A lower high coming to retest a key structure area of resistance, showing us that, oh, we have a lot of tendency that GBP USD will keep tanking towards the downside. But what do I want to see? I want to see a shift in structure. I want to see the market come up a bit, peak liquidity down here, come down, peak liquidity at this area right here, pull down and start giving me selling structures to the downside. So I'll be patiently waiting for this because the setup is not yet complete. So I will have to wait for setup to be complete before I jump in on any trading opportunity on this particular currency, because setup is still warming up and isn't complete yet. So I'll be waiting specifically for this to happen in order for me to jump in on a trade on GBP USD. I'm waiting for structure to be taken, liquidity to be peaked, and a tank to the downside. So we are all still waiting for this market on what is going to happen for this market. I would have given us a sell stop down here, but no, I'll have to wait for liquidity first to be taken before we go to the downside. So two more currency pairs, USD JPY and USD JPY and gold. So let's take a very quick look at USD JPY. USD JPY. Okay, so in place of USD JPY, I'm going to do the analysis of USD CHF. You'll have correlating view. I don't want to waste time going to look for that. I'll just make an analysis on USD CHF. Now, like I told us, dollar is strongly bullish. USD CHF, what can you spot? You can see a lot of that bullish pool coming in on it. A lot of that bullish pool coming in on it. So what do you spot from here? Lower low, lower high, lower low. And what is this? A break above, it come down here, and then a possible pull towards the upside. That is what I'll be expecting on this particular currency. That is what my expectation on this is going to be. So I'm still expecting more push to the top on this currency. Now, somebody said GBP JPY. Let me take a very quick analysis on this. Now, GBP JPY is in a sell structure. Now, why is this? Prior before now, we had a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. A break below lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. And what are we still expecting? We're expecting more lower lows towards the downside. So GBP JPY, we are still in a seller's market. We are still in a seller's market when it comes to GBP JPY. So I'll be looking out for more sales than buys when it comes to trading GBP JPY. I'll be waiting for the market to come to this key structure area right here, which aligns to be an area of support and resistance before I jump in for a possible sell. So what am I waiting for? For the market to come to this top right here and then go downwards. That is what I'll be waiting for on USD GBP JPY. I'll be looking out for this trade because I'll personally want to take part. I personally want to take part in this trading opportunity. I want to take part in this trading opportunity, so I'll be specifically looking out for this in order to capitalize from the trade opportunities right here. So Lastly, I'm going to be looking at gold and we'll call it a day from here. So what is gold doing? Gold is still giving us sellers bias. Take a look. A lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, a lower high. And what are we expecting? A tank to the downside to continue giving us lower lows. So gold is still giving us a lot of selling momentum. Why? This is simply because dollar is pretty bearish. Dollar is pretty bearish, so we're expecting more sellers in the market. So this is expected to happen. This is expected to happen. This is expected to happen. So I'll be expecting a push to the upside here and then a continuation to the downside. That is what I'll be expecting from right here. Push to the upside and a continuation to the downside. That is my expectation on this particular market. Why? Because we're bearish buyers. I want to get a retracement in order for me to sell good. So I'll be very much interested in selling good, but after a retracement is gotten. That is only going to be after a retracement is gotten. That is only going to be the reason why I should be taking a sell on. So gold, we are still sell biased, but market is not yet ready. We are expecting a retracement before this sell will occur in the market. A retracement before this sell will occur in the market. So I think this is basically it for this morning analysis. Thank you everybody for joining up. And thank you everybody for joining up on the analysis. So we see for the pre-London section of the analysis. Thank you, everybody, and see you all later. I'll also like to indulge us, please. Before we call off this section, now we know what is the name again. Let me take a look at the calendar very quickly before we call off this section. Oh, sorry, Mr. Peter or Mrs. Peter, I don't know which. Sorry. Okay, ask a question, please, if you have a question. I'm all ears. I'll ask your question. I'm just trying to pull out something to us so that we start anticipating. Please ask your questions. You said you have a question, please ask your question. Okay, sorry, I don't think you're not so audible from your end right there. You're not so audible from your end right there.
I want to ask, what is strategy?
What is what?
Strategy.
Please, I can't hear you at all. Please type it in the comment section when I'm addressing what I'm about to address. So very quickly, we are going to be having the NFP news next week. So rather CPI news next week, Wednesday. So I will indulge everybody to take part of this. Now, you saw the NFP news for this month. A lot of money was made from the CPI NFP news for this month. A lot of new money was made from NFP from this month. So what I'm just trying to say is get prepared to trade CPI with us. Wednesday by 2:30. Get prepared to trade CPI with us Wednesday by 2:30. So all of this is going to be holding live. All of this is going to be holding live. So I would like you to anticipate every one of these. Like I'm saying, all of this will hold live. I'd like you to anticipate one of these. Get your account funded. Okay, no. We're going to trade live. So make sure you are in any of the groups. These signals will be sent live. Make sure you are present on any one of the groups. So thank you everybody for staying up. See you all later.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much.